Hello everyone, Rahul here and welcome to our channel Doctors to Be, where you find video tutorials that help you better understand the topics that you learn in your medical school. So our topic of discussion, today's topic for discussion is Paget's disease or osteitis deformis. Okay, so let's get started with today's topic, that is Paget's disease or osteitis deformis. It is also known as osteitis deformis. Okay, deforms. So as we discussed about osteoporosis and osteopenia, we'll discuss this disease in same order: introduction, pathogenesis, clinical course, and morphology. So first, let's get started with the introduction, and we have some figures that should be drawn that will represent the three stages of morphological stages that will help you determine and better understand. So first, let's start with the introduction. I write it PG. Okay, Paget's disease, short form. So first is introduction. So what is Paget's disease? So whenever you hear the word Paget's disease, you must remember should we should be able to retain that it is a mixed, okay, it is a mixed osteolytic and osteosclerotic bone disease, osteolytic and osteosclerotic bone disease, and it is of unknown etiology and may involve one bone or many bones. Okay, so when it involves only one bone, then it is known as monostotic, and if it involves two bones, or sorry, it involves two or many bones, that is many bones, it is known as polystotic bone. Okay, sorry, polyostotic. So it is under introduction we should know that it is a mixed osteolytic and osteolytic and osteosclerotic bone disease, and its etiology is unknown, of unknown etiology. Okay, and it may involves one. If it involves one bone, then it is called monostotic, or many bones. It may involve many bones also. Okay, usually the monostotic is asymptomatic, may be asymptomatic. Okay, we'll discuss about it. Many bones. Okay, polyostotic. Now coming to the pathogenesis. So it is believed, or there is evidence that it is a uh, slow form of virus infection. Okay, form of slow virus infection, um, and it is usually due to paramyxovirus. Okay, so under pathogenesis has evidence that it is a form of slow virus infection, and by paramyxovirus. Okay, paramyxovirus. And some evidences have also been um, not exactly evidence, but prevalence, due to prevalence, high prevalence in first degree relatives, autosomal dominant inheritance and genetic susceptibility has been proposed. Okay, so due to high prevalence in first degree relatives, autosomal dominant inheritance and genetic susceptibility is proposed. Okay, so this much to discuss on pathogenesis. Now we shall come to the clinical course. So C, clinical course. So as mentioned earlier, monostotic form of the disease may remain asymptomatic. Monostotic may remain asymptomatic. Asymptomatic. Okay, may remain monostotic, may remain asymptomatic, but polyostotic is widespread and may lead to painful fractures, skeletal deformities. Okay, skeletal deformities, and sarcomatous transformation. Also may take place. Sarcomatous transformation may take place. Okay, so monostotic may remain. Okay, it's not compulsory that it is asymptomatic, may remain asymptomatic, but polyostotic is widespread, may lead to painful fractures, skeletal deformities, and sarcomatous transformation. Okay, so and other clinical features are, there is marked increase in serum alkaline phosphatase. Okay, there is elevation in the level of serum alkaline phosphatase. Marked elevation in serum alkaline phosphatase level Okay, there is a marked elevation in the serum alkaline phosphatase level, and that is also known as ALP, alkaline phosphatase level, but calcium and phosphorus levels level is normal. Okay, there is increased excretion. Okay, increased excretion of hydroproline in the urine. Okay, hydroproline in urine, and chalk stick type of fractures take place. Okay, chalk stick type fractures take place, and fracture of the spine, compression fractures. Okay, compression fractures of the spine may cause the spinal cord injury, may lead to spinal cord injury or kyphosis. Okay, you know kyphosis we discussed in while discussing about osteoporosis also. Kyphosis in bending of the spine back to front. Okay, so compression fractures of spine may lead to spinal cord injury and kyphosis. Okay, so this much to discuss in clinical course of Paget's disease. So in this video we discussed about the introduction, pathogenesis and clinical course of the Paget's disease, and it was quite short. It did not take as long as in osteoporosis. And in the next video, this is the part 1. In part 2 we shall discuss about the morphology, and in morphology 3 stages are identified, that is initial osteolytic stage, mixed osteolytic and osteoblastic stage, and then there is a osteosclerotic stage. Okay, so we'll see the morphological details of these stages, of these 3 stages, and we'll try to figure them out or try to understand them through 3 diagrams of 3 stages, and end the discussions on Paget's disease in part 2. So see you in the next video about Paget's disease, that is part 2. Till then, bye bye, take care.